Welcome to I Learned a Thing in the Bathroom from Dollar Shave Club, where we explain something very complicated in mere minutes to occupy your brain while you shave. In this edition, we'll be answering the question, why can't I remember my own birth? As explained by someone who sounds smart because he's British.
People often say they remember nothing from before the age of 3, but this really depends on what you count as memories. We do things every day that we learned to do as an infant. Walking, feeding ourselves, learning an entire language, all of that happened in your first 3 years. It's what's called implicit memory, the same kind of memory that lets you remember how to ride a bike, even if you haven't ridden one in 20 years.
Right, but why can't I remember specific things that happened, like actually being born? Do our memories just not work when we're dumb, tiny babies?
Your birth is a little too early to be stored away in your memory. It's believed we start being able to form long-term memories from as early as 3 months old. But we don't remember any of that time either, and there are a few reasons for that. One suggestion is that, at such a young age, we have no words to describe the things that are happening to us. Being able to verbalize something is an important part of making a memory stick. A study in 2004 found that when children didn't know the words to describe an event, even if they learnt the appropriate words afterwards, they still wouldn't eventually remember the event itself.
Me am talk good now, so me remember all the stuffs.
Okay. Another reason we forget so much of that time is that we don't have many visual cues to prompt childhood memories. Think about it like this. If you had your first kiss on, say, a beach at sunset, every time you're on a beach at sunset, especially that beach, the memory is probably going to be triggered. But the world looks and sounds radically different when you're an infant. Everything towers over you, people speak in a language you don't yet understand, even the food is different to what you'll eat later in life. There's very little we encounter after the age of 5 or so that's recognizable enough to trigger a memory.
But how come I have so few memories from when I was a slightly older child, walking and talking and getting into hilarious but adorable boyish hijinks?
You may not remember much about being a 4-year-old now, but you probably remembered a lot of it until you reached around the age of 7. That's when something called childhood amnesia takes hold.
That sounds like the plot of a bad soap opera.
It's a real thing, and it happens to pretty much all of us. It's possible that this is because children don't have the same grasp of the passage of time as adults or older children do. Most of our major memories have context and associations. This thing happened before this thing, but because of this other thing, etc. It all fits together into the narrative that forms your life. To vastly oversimplify, for young children, memories are like a single, easily lost jigsaw piece, while a more mature brain is like a complete puzzle holding itself together, along with the picture on the box for reference. Most of the memories you formed before the age of 11 just kind of get lost down the back of that mental couch.
This still doesn't explain why I can't remember anything at all from last night, or why my mouth tastes like an ashtray made of tequila. Ah well.
Tune in next time for more I Learned a Thing in the Bathroom. And in the meantime, head to dollarshaveclub.com for more podcasts and a big old pile of grooming products.